Ian Summers, in a thoughtful article recently, raised a rather tongue-in-cheek question when he said, somebody out there knows what Project Darwin is. Well, it's me, and I'm here to tell you. Market, I think, has had a relationship with Exchange, and Exchange, I think, are represented here today in force, I believe, that's over 10 years old, probably a longer period than that. And all relationships that last that length of time have got their ups and downs, good times, bad times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this relationship, I think, is no different from that. But as we take the long view of it, certainly the position that we get when we talk to the market is the consensus is, and there's no doubt about this, operational service, day-to-day delivery to the market has gone well. We also hear from the market that they see in the way that that infrastructure is put together historically, and I'm talking particularly here about things like POSH, class and lids deep at the heart of it, it is constraining the market from doing some of the things that you want to do. And unless we tackle that issue, then the market is going to be constrained, and we are not going to be able to get into some of the challenges that John laid out for us in that early part of the speech. So Darwin, to me, is post-bind, not pre-bind. Now, that is not a clean division, and there are some activities that sit pre-bind that might properly be post-bind, and there are some areas where we need to think through the exact definitions, particularly around some of the current initiatives of the LNG, there's e-accounts, ECF2, but it's really about focusing on the XIS back office, and in particular, those platforms at the heart of it that are inhibiting what we do. It's also about governance. It is about putting the customer at the centre of this process and at the centre of this project, and getting the customer, as represented in this room by the market, firmly in charge of how this should be developed and put together. It's about changes to that core technology foundation that I keep referring to POSH, lids and class, around policy, around claims, around settlement, and the framework that surrounds that, and putting that into a more modern place. And the way we're doing that, and I'll go into this a little later, is really to work with a hypothesis that says there are packages out there now, the market has matured enough such that today there are packages that can handle the demands of a multi-line syndicated market. And I'll tell you where we are on testing that one out. Most importantly, practice number 4. I think it would be simplistic but naive just to change the hardware, software, and assume that everything was going to be okay. I think what we need to look at is the business model, the capabilities that is supporting. And we really need to sit and engage with the market carefully about what it is that you want going forward, such that we get that right, so that when we get that business model design, it can properly inform the technical design going forward. So that's what Darwin is. It's about clarifying the scope. It's about getting the governance right. It's about focusing on those core foundation changes and doing them safely. And it's about delivering a capability and process model for the market that's going to stand it in good stead going forward, hitting some of the challenges John referred to earlier.